Our next guest is Greg Steen, and Greg Steen's going to have a new show on Central Valley Talk. We wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you. And it's issues for seniors.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be called Truth for Seniors, and what we're going to be doing is bringing people really the most up-to-date and accurate information and all kinds of different topics, and we're going to be bringing on all kinds of experts to bring in information that will be timely. It'll be a little bit news-related as well, but I've got a whole list of things that we're going to be talking about, like legal. So we'll bring on an elder law attorney and tell people what you really need and how you can get by through our connections to be able to get legal documents at probably half the cost, that normal people would have to pay. But find out what you really need instead of what just somebody tells you. Long-term care, who needs it and who doesn't. And then if you do, where to get the best type and not waste your money. And things like veterans benefits. Recent news has shown us that the VA is not probably the most efficient organization, but we have found through about 1,000 cases being submitted, applications for benefits, what we feel is the most timely and efficient way of getting benefits for people that need help with long-term care. So we'll be passing on information all the time about veterans and keeping people up to date with the laws and regulations. Social Security, people always come into us. Our company is Steen Company, and of course we're an estate planning firm here. We help people with issues relating to retirement and long-term care, crisis management when they're in retirement, catastrophic health care issues, and people are always asking, what do I do with Social Security? When do I take it? What's best for me? And so we have all different kinds of manners of helping people understand not only the year that you should take it's best for you, but even the month. It makes a big difference. And so, and if you didn't have the information, how it can hurt you, things like that.
Well, these decisions are irreversible, I would imagine.
Yeah.
You take a bad step and take Social Security too early.
That's true.
And affect you the rest of your life.
Actually, that's a great point. Same with Medicare. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes when they don't review their Medicare coverage annually, and you have to do that. But a lot of people figure that, well, it was good to me last year, so everything must be the same. But I think everybody knows, our healthcare system is going through a lot of changes, even presently trying to get more changes made. And so there's mistakes you can make, and it really can cost you. So we're going to bring healthcare experts on that will give you...
Now, the Medicare, you're supposed to get a second little policy or something, right?
For your prescriptions.
And you can only change that once a year?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
But there are some secrets about how to do it. If you're mid-year or you move or you just, you've got an upcoming surgery or something, and your meds have changed, there are ways of getting around it if you know the right people and you know the rules like anything else. Big one is caregiver support. We're going to provide a lot of information and educational information, downloadable information on our websites and videos about caregiver support and all the resources that are out for people today, even in the Central Valley. It's amazing the amount of support that's there, but again, if you don't know it, you're not going to be able to benefit from it. And but things like in-home care, hospice, placement specialists. One of the most underutilized services is placement. People are taking care of their loved ones at home, and they get to the point where it's just too much. They can't do it. Medically it's too much. Well, they need to find the next level of care. And so we have a couple of placement specialists that tell us that their service, which is free, saves people an average of 100 hours trying to, identify and figure out and educate themselves on what's the best place for mom or dad. So we'll have people like that. We have a couple of really awesome people that are experts at hospice and how to benefit from that, And so all these things that relate to seniors, we want to bring to the table and give people the information.
Why should each person have to go out and figure it out themselves? If somebody's already been down the road and figured some of the stuff out, they could tune into your show and get some shortcuts and hopefully prevent making some big mistakes.
Absolutely.
Costly errors.
Absolutely. And then we'll have all that information on a brand new website, truthforseniors.com or .org. It'll be both. Truth for Seniors is by the time the show is airing, it'll be a nonprofit. And it's our way of giving back. This started about 7 or 8 years ago My wife and I, thank God we've been, August 1st was 30 years in business helping seniors in the financial arena. And so we wanted a way to give back. We wanted a way to be able to provide the most up-to-date and accurate information to people. And so truthforseniors.com, it's actually the number 4, I think it's on the screen. It's truth, the number 4, seniors.com. And actually, if you go to .org, it'll be there as well. You go to the same place. There's tons of information, lots of different categories that we've been talking about.
Truth for Seniors, and you're using the number 4. If you just Google Truth for Seniors with the number 4, you'll probably find
Correct.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
All the web presence.
And a big thing is elder abuse. You know what? Elder abuse is huge. It's very misunderstood. The longer I've been in business, the more I've realized that people are getting taken advantage of all the time, most of the time by the people closest to them. And although there's great resources out there, we want to enhance that. We want to be able to bring experts in that area, again, give people the benefit of all that information. And so, but we kind of started this, Mike, like I say, about 7-8 years ago, because in our experience, we found so many people that were getting bad advice. Even 2 days ago, I got a call from a client who said their attorney told them such and such, which is absolutely false, just because they got bad information. The law changed regarding this issue 8 months ago, and the attorney gave somebody bad advice. It would have cost them several $1,000s, but thank God we were able to correct it. But things like that, where people aren't getting accurate information. We've got attorneys and CPAs and financial people and insurance agents all trying to do each other's jobs, and you can't do that. You have to specialize. You have to be an expert. So we're only going to bring experts, people who are passionate about what they do, who are committed, who are vetted, and will bring people very, very good information.
Now, this show is going to be on every Wednesday starting September 6th, the first Wednesday in September, and it'll be at 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
And who should watch?
I think anybody.
I'm not a senior. I don't need to watch.
Neither am I, but although I did just turn another age, it's kind of monumental, but that being said, I think anybody who has parents that they are going to care for or are caring for, obviously if you're about 40, 45 and above, you're going to be dealing with this. And actually the numbers of people going into retirement are growing right now, even more so than the boomer generation, which I'm on the tail end of. And so I think anybody who's concerned about how to take care of your loved one, how to be a better caregiver, how to get resources to find out the most accurate information.
Yeah, so I do need to watch. My parents are that age, and I'm not that far off either, so it'll be good for everyone. My kids better watch, because I'm getting there up there too. So every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, 2 o'clock, every Wednesday at 2 p.m., and it's going to be Truth for Seniors, and there'll be a companion website, truthforseniors.com.
Correct.
And will there be call-ins, or can people send in questions? That might be.
You know what? We're hoping that they'll send in questions. We want to develop that. I don't know about a call-in, but I'm open to anything. What we want to do is meet people where they're at and make them better, and help them. And that's the whole goal of the show.
And hopefully get answers to questions without having to go figure it out themselves and make the mistakes and costly errors that could cost you the rest of your life.
Bet. Yeah.
Hopefully experts. You got to talk to experts, not your next door neighbor or your gardener.
Yeah, there's a lot of well-meaning people, but they just don't have the right information. And so
now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you now, is there can they email you or?
Sure. You can email me at greg@truthforseniors.com.
Okay.
It's GREG at truth, the number 4 seniors.com.
Very good. Anything else you want to add?
I just appreciate the opportunity. Looking forward to it. It's something that we've been wanting to do for quite a while.
Very
and
good.
Glad to be able to do it. Glad our sponsors are on board to help, and looking forward to it.
Okay. And if you're just tuning in, Greg Steen is going to be on Central Valley Talk with a show, Truth for Seniors, and it will be on every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And we'll put a little commercial on reminding people before then. Tune in to Truth for Seniors, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. starting September the 6th. We'll be back with more Central Valley business right after this.